Welcome, chosen ones. Have you ever woken up in the morning with the unshakable sense that something had changed in the atmosphere? As though the entire world is holding its breath, watching, waiting, and waiting for you to do something? You're not imagining it. You are feeling a calm that is charged with purpose, an invisible force setting itself up in anticipation of what lies ahead, rather than a stillness that is born of emptiness. This is not a time of stagnation. Rather, it is a complex pause, a divine recalibration taking place both inside and outside of you. Even though its shape is not yet apparent, a transformation is in progress. The universe is setting the stage for you to enter something bigger, not slowing down your progress. However, in order to completely accept it, you must first learn to live in this silent space, this pause between the past and the future. The quiet around you serves as an incubator rather than a barrier, a location that nurtures everything you are destined to become. Imagine the silence before the first golden light appears on the horizon, the darkness before dawn. This same energy is there in every significant life event, a pause that marks the beginning of something transformative. Before the unusual manifests itself, there is always a period of suspension. It's similar to standing on the edge of an uncharted sea with the wind rustling behind you and muttering, "Get ready." You are in this area to prepare your heart for the jump ahead, not to wait aimlessly. That jump might be a route you had never thought to take before, a calling guiding you toward a different line of work, an artistic pursuit, or a closer connection with your actual self. To put it plainly, the stillness you are feeling is not a sign that you are trapped. It is a deliberate accumulation of energy, the prelude to momentum. Everything is coming together in ways you are not yet aware of. Unseen threads are weaving together a path that will soon become apparent when forces alter. But it's not possible to rush alignment. Trying to force it is like trying to pry open a flower's petals before it has opened. The essence is disturbed and its beauty is gone. If this message spoke to your soul, give it a like and subscribe. Let's walk this path of transformation, wisdom, and limitless growth together. Think of a rosebud. Its fragile structure is destroyed if you force it to open before its time. However, each petal reveals the entirety of its existence when allowed to unfold spontaneously in a perfect order. That's what's going on inside of you right now. Your discomfort is a feeling of reconfiguration rather than an indication that something is amiss. Something is reorganizing within you. It's as though your identity's blueprint has been disassembled and presented to you, with each component ready to be put back together in a different, more genuine way. You are not who you used to be, but you are also not who you are growing into. That space can be confusing because you are in the middle. This could show itself in unexpected ways, such as feeling cut off from previous friendships, seeing a growing disconnection from routines, or having doubts about long-held convictions. I'll give you another way to look at this, though. Picture yourself holding a snow globe. You have to mix it up to see the beauty inside. Everything seems chaotic in that instant of swirling motion. But after a while, the fragments come together to produce a scene that is more dazzling and distinct than before. There you are at this moment, caught up in the lovely turbulence of change. This is rearrangement, not disorder. Priorities are changing, as are desires and viewpoints. Like a river carving its course through solid rock, you are being molded. Consider how water changes the Earth's very structure throughout time. Instead of pushing through the stone, it flows, adjusts, and with patience, produces incredibly beautiful landscapes. You are that river now, gradually sculpting the terrain of your own life. Your uneasiness is not an indication of failure. It symbolizes change, the dissolution of existing buildings to make room for new ones. You are in transition. You are not lost. What I want you to remember is that this is not a pointless wait. It's a holy pause, a clearing of the way for something bigger than you can yet imagine. Life isn't stagnating. Rather, it's giving you the opportunity to comprehend the scope of what is happening. You may discover that you are drawn to previously unconsidered talents, new creative endeavors, or a desire for more meaningful, authentic relationships. Have you noticed that the allure of past distractions has diminished? That the routines that used to soothe you now seem meaningless? You are outgrowing them, which is why. You cannot go into this next chapter with the same routines that formerly kept you going. What used to feel comfortable is now becoming alien when your frequency changes. Consider a hot air balloon that is attached to the earth by thick ropes. You could have thought those ropes were giving you stability for a long time, but in fact, they were preventing you from taking off. And now those ropes are shattering one by one. It can be both thrilling and unnerving to feel released. It entails letting go of identities that have constrained your growth, relationships that no longer serve you, and beliefs that have kept you tiny. Although this process of shedding may seem like a loss, what if it's actually freedom? What if you are creating room for something far more satisfying by letting go? Imagine a closet full with things you no longer wear. The idea of decluttering seems overwhelming at first. However, space becomes available as you start to eliminate things that no longer serve you. Additionally, fresh energy can enter that area. Maybe an old dream has lost its resonance, creating space for an unexpected enthusiasm. Maybe a more authentic manifestation of who you are is emerging while a previous version of yourself fades. At this point, trust becomes crucial. Have faith in the process, in yourself, and in the invisible forces at work. Have faith that this stop is a sacred realignment rather than a void, preparing you for the next amazing phase of your path. You're getting wings. The wind is getting stronger, and you'll be flying shortly. Even though you can't see where this road will take you yet, you are unquestionably on the rise. You are constantly being urged to let go of things that no longer belong to you, such as thoughts, anxieties, and attachments that you once thought were necessary. It can be a long-held belief in your own value, a reluctance to be authentic, or a need for approval from people other than yourself. It's difficult to shed. Standing between two universes that you have outgrown and one that is still developing feels like that. And stress develops in this area. Something instructs you to remain motionless even though you feel the want to move forward. It's preparation, not stagnation. The strongest forces in nature understand the importance of rest, despite our conditioning to think that growth entails perpetual activity. A river gathers itself before turning into a cascade. It does not surge indefinitely. Before a huge wave forms, the ocean retreats. You are now gaining strength, clarity, and alignment in preparation for your next move. This is a season of becoming rather than doing. Consider an orchestra prior to the start of a symphony. The musicians don't start playing right away. They tune their instruments first. The sounds that seemed disorganized at first are not errors. They are getting ready. Right now, your life is adjusting itself. The uneasiness you have is a sign that something lovely is about to start, not that something is amiss. The crucial thing to remember is that this halt is not a punishment. It's an honor. Before beginning a new chapter, not everyone has the opportunity to reevaluate. You are being given the opportunity to align and consciously enter into what is ahead, whereas many individuals go through life reacting, adjusting, and surviving. Lean into it rather than fight it. What is ready for release, you ask? Which of my beliefs no longer serve me? What is it that I am being asked to learn? What new me is just ready to show up? Rediscovery is possible at this point. Imagine discovering an old book you read years ago on your shelf. You are unique, even though the words are the same. They have fresh significance now. That's what's going on right now. You are looking back on your life's narrative with new insight, discovering realities that have always existed but only now make sense. You may observe that some relationships feel different, that lessons from the past are coming to light, or that long-forgotten dreams are coming back to you. Listen carefully. These whispers serve as a reminder of your true self and are not random occurrences. Perhaps a long-forgotten artistic passion is calling you back. Perhaps you're pulled to a route you previously disregarded. But what if these wants weren't arbitrary? But what if they were hints that led you to your greatest potential? Living a life that seems insignificant is not why you are here. You're not here only to do what you're told. To build something fresh is your purpose. Yes, patience is needed for this. Trust is necessary. It takes guts to trust that something amazing is happening while standing in the dark. But believe me when I say that what is ahead of you is more than a little enhancement of your present circumstances. It's a change. This is about becoming a whole different version of yourself, not about improving what currently exists. A version that moves with assurance, clarity, and a strong sense of direction. So let out a breath, my dear friend. Give yourself permission to relax in this area of becoming. Have faith that this silence is not void, but rather brimming with potential. You are not being delayed by the cosmos. It is paving the path. It is making certain that your path will be clear, unhindered, and indisputable when the time comes. The world doesn't wait for you to just take off. It is awaiting your ascent, and you shall soar. Thank you for being here on this journey. Trust the process, embrace the transformation, and know that the best is yet to come. Stay inspired, stay aligned, and I'll see you soon.